What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of 4 Dummies, and tonight I am joined with the other 3 dummies. I have Mr. Robert Detoff.
Hello.
Mr. Just One.
Free s'mores.
And Mrs. Skullface.
Hello.
And tonight we're going to continue with the collection critiques. If you'd like the uncut conversation of this, feel free to check out Patreon, where we go into a pretty deep food conversation, which is pretty funny. But on top of that, you can also submit your collection to the collection critiques by going to Instagram, following at Bobby Skullface. I think it's _ Skullface, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You'll find me if you're looking hard enough. And send me a DM, and I'll get you instructions on how to get the collection to me and add it to the list. With that being said, we're going to start tonight with a name that I'm having a hard time pronouncing. I think, know my heart, not my words. I mean, no disrespect. Ysarric, Ysarric. And the good news is, why I may have offended you with mispronouncing your name, I think you have a pretty good setup.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, it's complete.
Unicron?
Unicron. HasLab Unicron.
It fits pretty perfectly right now.
Yeah.
With its little toes hanging over the edge.
White shelves. You know, we've also talked about that here, that white shelves have the tendency to make things look better, cleaner, more vibrant. All of them extremely well lit with a lighting system that I'm not 100% familiar with, but they look good nonetheless. There are elements of this that I think are getting a little too crowded in some places, but outside of that, I don't really have a whole lot to say other than a pretty impressive decor collection, if you catch my drift, fellas.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. That's dynamite.
You have room for one more piece.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And maybe you could
Probably
put
two.
even a little blanket on the floor would probably set this thing.
Oh,
Yep. You need a little Sherpa. Sherpa's calling your name.
Nice
Here.
artwork.
There's not really much to do. You've got it dialed in for your space. Yeah. Good job. You're done.
Yeah, you did a pretty good job. Like I said, I think some parts are getting a little crowded, but even the Detoffs, he's got them off the ground. They're lit. Mm-hmm. They're not overcrowded. I think this guy has done it pretty well. I think where I find things are starting to look a little weird is that the black furniture that he has partially covering the window.
Right.
Something needs to probably be done there in a more meaningful way, and perhaps more cohesive with the white furniture, or incorporate the glass aesthetic from the Detoffs. And then the one Detoff that he's got the books with figures in front of the books, I don't like that. And that whole case there is a little crowded. It's not too much, but you're like one figure away from it being too much, almost on every shelf.
Right. I think that one. So, right. The black furniture isn't bad that it's black. For me, it's just bad that it just doesn't really fit the space.
Yeah.
And then those 2 shelves next to it, I would angle that little Billy, you know, how they make it where it can wrap into the corner.
Mm.
I think it may look all right. And it looks like it matches everything else. It looks like it's wrapping around the room a little bit.
Maybe.
I think we have a lighting issue. Not that I'm one to judge, but I am going to judge. His Detoffs seem dimmer. Now, is that because of the glass? Is it the same lighting? I'm assuming he's using the same lighting.
So I think I'm going to guess it's different lighting. I think the glass does play a part, but I think it's almost impossible to make lights completely match. But in terms of their everything, right? Lumens and all that. But I think that lumens, the point of the lights is for it to illuminate the figures and see what you've got. And I see everything.
So I'm getting really nitpicky here.
Okay.
But I think it looks great. The risers that he chose to use are black, and I feel like if anything, that I don't like that. Like if you look at the Optimus shelf, all the legs get lost in the black.
I think you're right.
Again, it's being incredibly nitpicky, but
I think it would make a difference though.
Yeah, this shelf too.
Yeah, I agree.
Just the legs get lost in the black, so I don't know if there's another.
I agree.
Would you go clear or would you go white?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think white. I think white.
Yeah, white was my gut.
But the Detoffs are black.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The Detoffs are black, but there's it's just that one strip at the top and bottom. The black furniture that he has here to me does look out of place. But
I think you could just try. You'd have to try both. But I do think visually it would look. Those couple shelves that look crowded. I think if you look at them, a lot of them are the ones with the black riser type things on them, and maybe it would look a little less.
On top of the Detoffs, you have all your combiners, which are posed, and then you have other random figures in front. They look I don't know what all of them are. Some of them look like
Oh,
some Street
yeah.
Fighter stuff, but I think it looks nice. They don't have to match. They're not Transformers, but you have something in the foreground of these other bigger things that just aesthetically looks nice. Yeah, but I don't think it looks bad. I think you're breaking up the space there. It adds something a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
just even color.
I agree. Even though it's like, it's not part of that collection. It doesn't.
Right.
It still looks like a good spot for it.
Part of his
Right.
collection.
Yeah, no, I think he's done a great job. Fix that one piece of furniture is my big takeaway here, and I think you're right. The white risers would make that space look even better. But yeah, and a couple more pieces of art, and you're probably done.
I think you get a lot more art. You get a lot of stuff you can swap.
Well,
out
if
for
he
some
really
other
wanted
stuff.
if he really wanted to, he could, of course. Get rid of some of these bookshelves, put some more art in there. You know what I mean? We're going to move on to the next one. I've been waiting for this one for quite some time. This next one is from Carrie Que. And I just got to applaud this person for the balls it took to be like, you know what? This is my collection, and I'm going to send it.
Wow.
Bro, damn it.
Is there legit not one figure in here, huh? Just all the all
just
plants.
It's a plant collection.
I love it.
So I'm going to tell you, Carrie.
Actually,
I
the
think,
third picture, I mean, maybe it's a working space, but they're a little.
Oh yeah, we don't.
I don't know how
shelves of
plants are supposed to
trash.
be displayed. Yeah, but your shelving needs
Your
the work.
shelf and nice Nona. God.
You got a couple of just
Jesus.
getting started.
Yeah, you're just getting started with all this stuff. Look at these.
You got a couple just getting potted.
Yeah, show me what you're really growing under this 600-watt light that you've got here.
I'll tell you, Kerry really soiled his reputation with this one. I don't know. I think using a stepladder for a display shelf is an abomination, and you use two.
That's not a stepladder.
It is if I'm in that house.
So this is interesting because I don't know anything about how even like it's supposed to be displayed, but I would think that, yeah, you just would want to make it interesting. So in this first photo, I think it's like all these, I
What
guess
do
they're
you call
succulents
those?
here,
Yes, succulents.
but like they're, you know what I mean? There's probably a more interesting way to display this where it just doesn't look like somebody's selling their table, like,
at the
it's like like a garage sale type thing. So I think there probably is an interesting way to display all of this stuff.
Detolf, they're clear. You put it in
You
front of the
could
window,
put
your
it, like-
flowers grow.
Man, that's wild.
I would jam like 10 succulents on each shelf. No risers.
I can't wait for Bobby to be like, I was just kidding. I just picked these off the internet. Nobody sent these in. Just wanna
Yeah,
see what you guys say.
no, 100%. This is
You could have a detolf with
some-
risers, with 2 levels of risers, where it's like 3 levels in each detolf section.
Are these even
full
some
of
Lego
succulents.
plants?
yeah, those are Lego plants.
You got some Lego plants in the collection.
On the top shelf, right of that back one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It 100% is the most original collection we've ever seen.
And I like the one picture with all of the are these succulents?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what.
And it says grow, damn it. I like that. I like the grow, damn it. I think that I think that probably does express a person's pain and getting plants to grow properly.
Do you think that's a callback to Ultra Magnus?
I do not.
I do think you need a whatever that plant is from Little Shop of Horrors somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Well, they have a Lego.
Well, he has
one.
the Lego version.
Venus.
Oh, they do.
Venus
I see it
flytrap.
right there.
I wish this person had the real Little Shop of Horrors plant in here and it eats them.
I think the lighting is good. I think that that corner is where it needs the most work.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that looks like it might be like the working area. Still
I
not-
would like to climb those shelves just to see if there's anything interesting on the ceiling and just fall down through the shelves
Yeah.
and crash to the ground.
Why do you got this one growing in this broken pot here on the side?
Yeah, I don't know. So let's move on to the next one. This is Nickedup. So yeah, it's not awful. There's some poor choices.
Oh Jesus!
Just like looking at this first picture, like these bookcases or this bookcase is lit from the side. And it's a really wide bookcase, so it's like it only illuminates like an eighth of you know what I mean?
Like Robert.
That's just now he did the same technique with the detolf. That doesn't bother me as much. That works because the space that it has to illuminate, I think, is still good. And even he's blacked out the background, I think. But if you look at, he's got a very
It's not
tiny
enough.
little prime in that one cube, but he's got a really big riser for it, and like it's not enough. Okay, admittedly, it's not enough, but I still like it better than a lot of these collections that we see where there's 1,000 figures crushed into it. You know,
I mean, couldn't he spring for a second riser and use that for the Grimlock underneath? You know,
what are you painting with all these paints?
Warhammer.
What other guns are in there?
Wait. Where are the paints?
On the second page. I mean,
They are Warhammer paints. They are 40. Like,
is that what's in the
Warhammer collection,
chest?
bro.
Is that what's in the chest? Is some Warhammer?
could be, but they are like that's 40K. That's Citadel Games Workshop paint.
Interestingly, why did he opt to show us his like Transformers Prime figures that are side lit 1/8 wise, but not his 40K stuff?
Yeah.
Well, isn't this? It's 40K on the bottom, right?
But I'm sure he has his figures. He has his figurines somewhere.
Yeah, there are
There's
some. If you
40K
look
on the
if you look in the bookshelf on the bottom right, those are 40K pieces. So it's Tyranids, and I can't tell what's underneath there. That might even be fantasy underneath there.
I just feel like you walked just through this room and
can't
just
tell.
snapped random photos. Like, it just seems weird to me.
Yeah, the rifle is displayed well.
Yeah, that's like the best thing within reach of any small child, which I commend. And the bullets are ready to go. Good job.
Well, you may not have children. You may not have children.
Are those gun
You may
cases
not.
on the
Yeah, you
second
may
shelf?
Are
That's
those-
what I thought they were. The second one, but no, that's like a Dremel, and then maybe that
So
black.
actually, they may
those
it
are
may be
revolver.
they may be Warhammer cases. They have very like
Are you sure? Because
yeah, it's like
aren't those-
filled with like egg crate.
Yeah,
carton
but that
stuff.
it could
that
be.
silver tray though. Isn't that a wheel? Isn't that like how you load like a
For
revolver?
Yeah, both
Yeah.
of these look like Pelican cases for a pistol and you know and firearm stuff. Like, but sometimes 40K stuff does look like that. But this does happen to look like this is more part of the gun display.
I do think you need some art on this corkboard here behind your computer. I know a guy.
Yeah. It wouldn't hurt you, would it?
I don't even know that you need the detail up at this point.
You have a little interesting little diorama with the Legend Samurai stuff that I don't hate. I actually like that. It's like, you know, it's a fun little desk setup, you know, just like something to distract you while you're trying to get some work done. With just a moderate amount of Transformers on a little display with little trees and a river running through it. And I quite like that.
River running through it.
I quite like that.
I do legit think though that you don't need the detail in there. Like, you have enough room on your shelf, and it wouldn't
Your
look so
desk.
crowded against that window.
You could put his whole collection
What's
on
on the
his
second
computer
photo?
desk.
If you're never planning on getting anything else new, you just need to rearrange this room to make it a place where people, or at least a place where anybody just wants to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It doesn't look very comfortable.
While we're talking about perspective, I do want to commend him on using perspective in that giant Billy to make Primus look as small and stunted as possible. That's really good use of space.
I like the Autobot riser for the DTOF.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's mid. I've seen better.
Maybe, but it doesn't take away. Like I think it's effective. Add some decor. He has not overcrowded these DTOFs. That's for sure. That's always nice to see.
But yet they are crowded.
Yeah. So that's
The furniture itself is
I think
crowded. It
Bobby's
shouldn't be
intimidated.
hanging over the window.
So like if you look at the bottom, like the DTOF, like the little bird thing, it has a little bird next to it. Doesn't need that little bird next to it. Get that out of there. The next one, you got 3 Insecticons and Shockwave. If you're gonna use this, you need to lift Shockwave up. The next one has Grimlock and then Wheelie. Like you don't need Wheelie in there, and Grimlock doesn't occupy the space properly. And then the next one is that Prime. Once again, it's not enough. It's like you don't have the right pieces for a DTOF. I don't think.
I don't
Especially
think
like
he has the
whatever
right
this
pieces for anything.
Megatron, whatever this dinosaur looking one on the second shelf with the big orange wings could go in the detail.
That's Predaking.
You could
I
put
don't think he's
Grimlock
gonna
in front of the
fit.
Prime.
It's too wide.
I think you could
Predaking.
probably manipulate those wings though a little bit to at least make it look like it takes up the space.
Yeah, I just in closing, like you need different figures for that DTOF. Relight the bookshelf and
Rearrange the furniture so it's not partial.
Yeah,
rearrange.
Oh.
All right, and then last one. This is Caldwell. I don't think it's as crowded as it is busy.
Oh, look at that.
It's perfect. You'll know it when you see it.
Unicron, but like if you take out like the Transformers, like if we look at the Transformers ones, like I get displaying it with the box. I would love to see what it looked like without the boxes because you have plenty of space and you have crisp white shelves, nice lighting. It appears.
Oh, right. The MP figures with the G1 boxes behind it.
Yeah.
Unicron looks like he's ducking out of a window to talk to you.
Figures. Like,
yeah, you can't see the figures. They get lost. I think it's a cool idea. You know, it's a super cool idea, but it's like it just doesn't work.
I think, I agree. I think it is a cool idea. It's a unique idea. I haven't seen anybody do it like that too. But right, maybe it's just the shelving. You just need different shelving. It's just not executed right. But I think I wouldn't abandon it completely. I would try and figure out how to make that work.
And I actually think that the anime stuff looks pretty good. Is that all?
It's a ton of anime.
There's a lot of Dragon Ball. Is it all Dragon Ball?
I think the shelf by the window is, right? Yeah, I think that's all the statues are Dragon Ball, I think. All of these statues are great.
Yeah, those. I think the statues work. I would have liked to have seen, if you look at the first picture, you can see down at the end to like more statue stuff he's got, I think, down there, Pokemon stuff.
Oh, yeah. What is that? Does look like Pokemon.
I would have liked to have seen another picture of that, but that looks pretty well laid out too. And they're like work shelves. You know, they're like Home Depot $80, you know, like storage units shelves.
All right, but the way that they're in the closet.
But the way that they're in the closet hides the bull of it,
right,
and ends up making it look good.
And do those cards come with the statues, or are those just the Pokemon cards, or those figures that are in front of it?
I don't know.
All of it works in a way that it shouldn't work, which is what's weird.
The thing is, those shelves aren't crowded. Like the Dragon Ball stuff looks really cool, but it's so crowded. Some of these areas are way overcrowded, where the statues are like he's doing them too deep, and like one's gonna fall off. There's a few that are like sticking out. You know, you can't have that.
It doesn't bother me though, Robert.
That is true. There are some that are extreme, but I think for the most part they look pretty good. Like overall, yeah.
Where the big dragon thing is, like the shelf below that, it does like drive me a little crazy that those statues are like their hair is getting in the way of the other ones. So I don't know if those bigger ones could be lifted up a touch, or that shelf could be moved up just like.
So I don't think so, and I think it's all completely because of the dragon.
Dragon won't fit.
But I thought the same thing.
So maybe we could lift up the rest of them on some sort of something, and maybe it wouldn't bother me so much. But
that one row does seem a little low.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. But I think it's the dragon that's causing the problem there.
How heavy are all those statues? They're all pretty.
I would imagine. I don't know these exact ones, but I would imagine there's some weight here.
They look good, even if they are plastic. Like they don't look bad.
But there's some good stuff here, man. And I think your Transformers, like, it's a cool idea. I would love to see it either done a different way or remove the boxes, because you got plenty of space.
Yeah.
And you could pose the figures a little better.
I feel like you just lose the toy.
Yeah,
I can see that there are boxes with toys in front of them, but I can't really I have to really zoom into each one to try to separate the toy from the box.
Right.
He's going for like G1 versus current. Is that what he's doing?
Well, I think it's just like it's like here's the G1 box and here's the character. You know, I think it's just like an homage almost. You know.
Yeah.
I think there is a way. I think it needs to be played with. I think you have a good idea. You got to figure out a way to make it work successfully.
Yeah, that Unicron stand bumps out beyond the shelf line too, which is a bummer.
Unicron looks like he's poking his head out of a window to talk to someone.
But yeah, I think this is good. I think that this is a good collection that has the potential to be something spectacular. It's just not quite there yet, and I wish I had better advice. But I feel like if you've got it this far, you know what I'm talking about, or what we're talking about.
Yeah, his biggest enemy is space, obviously.
And it's hard. Yeah. It's hard to give you advice on something that's kind of an original idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you kind of just got to figure. So I'm all send me a picture when you got it dialed in.
Yeah.
I want to see how you figure it out.
Trefoils.
Weeblos.
How about a frozen guinea pig?
There you go.
S'mores himself.
I need to see a box of lobster tails and some zoodles.